Hi, I'm Amy. I was born in Wales and I'm a teacher. This is Alex. He was born in Ukraine and he's a doctor. In 2024, we decided to take our careers on the road. We're spending the year traveling full-time and working remotely. Feel free to follow along each week as we move from country to country and give you our travel tips for each place. This episode, we have about 5 hours in Hong Kong. We created a to-do list of 3 things we wanted to accomplish, including milk tea, central mid-levels escalators, and the Peak Tram. We were mostly successful, but did have one minor hiccup. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss where we head to next. First, I just want to say that Hong Kong Disney has been amazing. We'll be posting that vlog next week, but it was truly the most stunning setting for a Disney park. They also conveniently have a metro stop right outside the park entrance, which makes it incredibly easy to get into the city. We are in Hong Kong as part of a larger series where we attempt to go to all 6 Disney parks and a Disney cruise in 6 months. But we have one day free and it felt wrong to come to Hong Kong and not go into Hong Kong. So for the one day that we have free, and when I say one day, I mean like a half day because we have to go back home and pack. So we have a half day free and we're going to take the Disneyland Metro. What's it called? Disneyland Metro?
Disneyland Metro. Disneyland Metro Station.
The Disney Metro line. Anyway, we're going to take that bus. Oh, the bus has Mickeys on it. And by bus, I mean train. The train has Mickeys on it. Okay, let's take this train. We're going to go into town and we have 3 things we want to do.
Yes. Milk tea, escalators, and Victoria Peak. We're going to take the tram up to Victoria Peak where you can see panoramic views of Hong Kong.
Okay, milk tea, escalators, Victoria Peak. We need to get on this train. Can I just say, I have never in my life been on a train this wonderful. They have velvet curved benches that feel very homey and relaxing. These little statues of all different characters lining the train. Mickey-shaped windows, Mickey portraits, and Mickey-shaped handles to hold on to. It was so fun to be in. But back to Hong Kong. Their metro was incredibly easy to navigate with Apple Maps or Google Maps, and you're able to tap to pay with your credit card, which is also very simple. We had one transfer and then we were exactly where we needed to be. We came out into a huge shopping mall and then got our first views of Hong Kong. We hadn't looked up much, so this was a surprise to both of us. But we were on a mission, so we headed straight for the central mid-levels escalators. So, I think we've made it to the escalators. My GPS says we still have quite a ways to go, but Alex says this is exactly what the escalators are. These uphill escalators in the city. It's very steep. I don't know if you can tell just how steep it is on camera.
Lots of barbershops.
Everything is like on different levels, so it's really hard to get a GPS to take you to the right place because it's like you could be on like level 4, but where you're going is level 8, but then they think you're there, but you're not actually there yet. Anyway, kind of cool.
We just rode the escalators close to where we need to go, which is the milk tea. The escalators are quite cool. They just run through like the entire central part of the city. And they're actually kind of fun. They move relatively quickly for an escalator, especially one that's going uphill. It's a great way of transport, especially if you're like carrying stuff. I really liked them. They're kind of fun, and there's like these little bumps sometimes you go over, so it adds like a little extra excitement to it. Anyway, I would recommend it because you just run through the middle of the city, and you can actually see a lot of the like central town as you ride through them, which is pretty cool. So it's almost like a tourist attraction in and of itself. So now we are about to head down to actually right there, Lan Fang Yun, so just saw that, cool, which is where they make milk tea, and apparently this is the very first milk tea location, so like the first people that made milk tea, Hong Kong milk tea, and now Hong Kong milk tea is like a heritage, like protected way of, so they use socks and stuff, I don't know. It's very good. We tried it in London, actually. So stop 2 is Hong Kong milk tea at the original milk tea OG location.
What a pretty pigeon! so pretty. Hi. It's like cream. You look like a wonderful glass of coffee that I just poured milk into.
Or milk tea.
Or milk tea. Yeah. Oh, you're so beautiful. I love you. Bye.
Did you guys take Visa?
No.
No, cash only? Okay.
Yeah, cash. So the milk tea place does not take card. They only take cash or Union Pay.
Octopus.
Octopus. Won't take cash or octopus. So now we are going to try and find an ATM. We should have known that. But if you come, you're going to need cash. We're going to try and find an ATM and then we'll head back. Okay, so we had a little hiccup, but at this point we were still hopeful. On the way to find an ATM, we walked through this really cute market. They had food stands, convenience stores, flower shops, and even had some tables with souvenirs. Even though looking for the ATM was an unplanned adventure, it was nice to get to see more of the city just by walking around in an area that we hadn't initially planned to. We tried to get cash and we failed, mostly because I don't have my debit card on me right now.
We don't know our pins for our credit cards.
Yeah, because I was like, I'll just get a cash advance for my credit card. I know it'll charge me, but I'll do it. But we went to go get it. We went to the ATM. I don't know my credit card pin. So there's a tip.
Have cash.
Have cash or bring a debit card or know your pin for your credit card. So we bought a souffle cheesecake as
Consolation.
to make us feel better. And we're waiting for another tea place to open up that takes credit card.
It's a chain. Not a huge chain, but it's a small chain local to Hong Kong. And they also have Hong Kong milk tea. They're not the OG, but consolation prize.
Yeah. This place is like 10 steps away from the other place, so we can pretend.
We can like get our tea and like walk over there and drink it in front of the other place. Very sweet. But very good.
Hong Kong milk tea is essentially just tea with condensed milk.
But, so Hong Kong milk tea, well, Hong Kong tea is brewed in a specific way, but they have this like big stocking thing. What they do is essentially continuously pour and strain the tea through the stocking like back and forth. And apparently, traditionally, it's done for like 40 minutes or something. At least that's what they told us in London. And then it makes this like really good and really strong tea. Caffeine content is extremely high because of that. But it is very good. But it's made with condensed milk. That's what they add to it.
Because of its extremely high caffeine content, unfortunately, I have a heart condition and I can't have caffeine, so I cannot try it. Although I did take like a lick when we tried it the first time in London, and I did not like it. But just keep in mind, it has a lot of caffeine, so if you are sensitive to caffeine or if you have a heart condition and you can't have caffeine, then do not get Hong Kong milk tea. It is extremely, extremely high in caffeine, which I'm a little nervous because that's a lot.
I feel like this is like almost like a watered down version, so it shouldn't be as bad, but I guess I'll find out in like an hour.
Why do you feel like it's a watered down version?
I don't know.
Okay, good to know. Okay, I just have to explain real quick why I disassociated there for a second and then intensely scanned the crowd. I felt bad for Alex and was trying to think of ways we could get cash, and I got an idea that if I could find someone with cash on them who also had Venmo, I could ask them for the $4 cash we needed and then Venmo them in return. The only problem is Venmo isn't really used anywhere but America, and we just kept seeing a ton of British people. Side note, Hong Kong was a British colony until 1997. Anyway, I ended up failing in this venture, but just felt like I had to explain. Okay, moving on. We had completed 2 of the 3 items on our list, kind of, and it was time to walk over to the Peak Tram. This was my favorite walk of the day. It was about 30 minutes, and we got to see some of the nature spread out around the city.
My ears are getting tingly right when I used to take pre-workout. That's how I would know that it was kicking in.
We are on our 3rd and final stop in our very short Hong Kong journey, and that is...
We're taking a tram up to Victoria Peak, where you can get some panoramic views of Hong Kong City.
And Alex said that he can tell the caffeine is kicking in because his ears are tingling, which I don't feel like is a good thing.
That's fine. I've had it happen before.
So we'll keep an eye on him as we walk to our final destination. We made it to the Peak Tram and the line looked long, but only took about 10 minutes. You can buy a ticket just to take the tram to the top, or a combo ticket that also includes access to the Sky Terrace. We just got the tram ticket since we heard you can get amazing views of the city for free at the top without the need of purchasing the extra ticket. They had us wait in a really cool room covered in screens, and then loaded us into different lines in order to board the tram. So about 17,000 people take this tram every day, and it's not all tourists. Residents will often use this to get to the upper levels of Hong Kong Island, as it's the most direct route and also offers incredible views over the harbor and the skyscrapers. I will say it was a weird feeling traveling at such an incline, but it was equally as fun, and I would definitely recommend. There are so many things for you to do once you get to the top. Victoria's Peak is the highest point on Hong Kong Island, so there are gorgeous restaurants with stunning views. There's also shops, a Madame Tussauds, and walking trails, but we were crunched for time, so we chose the walking trails so that we could get the best views of the city. We grabbed some sandwiches for lunch and strolled down Finley Path while we ate. The overlooks were stunning and not at all like I imagined Hong Kong to be. I had truly never seen a city so vast before this, and I was really thankful that we made the trip to come and see it. So we made it to the top of Victoria Peak. We got lunch at a 7-Eleven. They have like an entire shopping mall up here, and we got lunch at a 7-Eleven because it was the cheapest thing because everything else was like extortionate. So we got sandwiches and chips, and we walked down this trail. The trail is called
Finley Path.
Finley Path, and it takes you to this overlook. And what I find insane about Hong Kong is usually when you're looking out to a city, there's like one section, like just that would be New York City or Chicago or Orlando or whatever. But like there's that, and then it's like copy and pasted as far as you can see. Like the entire thing is just city. Like I don't know if you can understand like the vastness of how incredibly huge the city is, but it's massive and a really good view. But now we have to go walk back up because we kind of walked down in order to get here, and then take the train back down, and then take the metro back to our hotel, and then sadly pack and leave. But it was a very good quick trip, even if we kind of failed on the milk tea, but it's fine. It's so hard to show how steep this is. But we just saw someone who was arguably 70 years old running up.
I'm pretty sure he started from the very bottom.
Yeah, so we have no excuse. Bye, Hong Kong. We loved you. We'll be back. in Hong Kong. We are in Hong Kong for part of a large. We are in Hong Kong for part of it. We are in Hong Kong.
Riding on an escalator in the middle of the city. Amy wants to talk, but I'm singing. Into action.
Action.